Real Madrid, you're a disgrace. I wore the colours tonight. White. I tried to represent Real Madrid. Disgraceful performance. Shame on you. Shame on all of you. Bellingham, Vinny Jr., Mbappe. Waste of space. Liverpool bullied them. Lee Gunner, you Lee Gunner, tried to hype up this La Liga. Yeah, you came against a team, yeah, prior to this game, bro, that have got 2 wins in about 7 games. But you want to tell me La Liga is better than Premier League? Get out of here, man. You got bullied tonight, bro. Bullied. And Liverpool, man, this might just resurrect their season. This might reignite the Liverpool of old. And I'm not happy about that. I need to see them down in the mud. So right now, yeah, that performance for me, yeah, typified the grit, the determination, the spirit of Liverpool of last season, bro. Pressing high up the pitch, winning the 50-50s, closing men down, absolutely defending for their lives, attacking, endeavour. It was absolutely, Real Madrid were under siege. If it wasn't for Courtois tonight made it 1-0. The scoreline does not reflect the game. It should have been 3 or 4-0 to Liverpool, and it would not have flattered them. It would not have flattered Real Madrid. Real Madrid would have said, you know what, man? We'll take that 3-0. We'll take that 3-0. We will take that 3-0. Crazy. Unbelievable. From the off, you just knew. You just knew from the off, bro, that something was happening. You just knew from the off that Liverpool were up for it. When I saw Florian Wirtz.
This is the match reaction, and I tell you what, that's a very big result for Liverpool. It may only be 1-0, but I don't normally put the stats up. But the reason I put them up there is because when you've had 17 shots and 9 on target to their 2, that is 1-0 probably flattered Real Madrid. Courtois was their man of the match as well. And I think a lot of us would look at that tonight and go, that is probably going to be a loss for Liverpool. Yes, they played well against Villa, but they haven't played well for about a month. And you would have thought Real Madrid, top of La Liga, doing very, very well with the players they've got, were going to cause Liverpool some issues tonight. And I think that's why it's such a big result for Liverpool. They were never going to go from, you're never going to turn a switch. When you're playing as badly as Liverpool have, you're never going to turn a switch. You've got to build confidence. And I think we saw the signs of that against Aston Villa. And then tonight, we saw a step further as well. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens at Man City on Sunday, because Liverpool are building confidence. And it's a little bit of part 2, really, to what we said after the Villa game. The Andy Robertson selection, to me, it's not everything, but it's symbolic. Like, Slot has obviously brought players in to build his own future. And it's a good idea. He's got to build his own future. But I think what he's done in the last couple of games is very intelligent. He's got to also respect what happened last season. And whilst he can't pick certain players because they're not at the club anymore, there are some that he wasn't picking that he needs to go back to, because what Liverpool need is a bit of stability, a little bit of confidence, and a bit of a platform. And if you look at the start of the season, Wirtz playing in the midfield, Kirkez at left back, Frimpong sometimes at right back. What he's doing now is Robertson and Bradley at full back, and they're reliable. And then back to the midfield of Mac Allister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. And I don't think their front 3 of Salah, Ekitike and Wirtz were that good in this game. I thought they were okay. But I thought the defence and the midfield were superb, and that was the platform to give them the result. And Liverpool suddenly look a lot better for it. So I thought they were very, very good tonight. A step forward from the Villa game. And this is why, as much as it's enjoyable as a Man United fan to see Liverpool fail, and it was very enjoyable to go there and beat them, that Liverpool we saw tonight is the best I've seen Liverpool play this season.
Line does not reflect how good Liverpool were, to be honest with you. In this game, 1-0 against Real Madrid at Anfield. Absolutely schooled Real Madrid on the pitch today. A brilliant performance by tons of players. led by Dominik Szoboszlai, Florian Wirtz, Mac Allister. We'll talk all about it. But before we go on and do that, hit that like button, guys. It's underneath the video. It looks like thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. The like button pushes the video to new viewers. So make sure to like the video and turn on the notification bell after you subscribe. With your help, we can get to 50,000 subscribers. Of course, I'm going to start by actually saying a couple of things. Arne Slot today completely schooled, like what he did, I think, last season, Real Madrid. Again, another brilliant performance by Arne Slot in the Champions League. Last season, he had some of these. They are back on track, back-to-back wins after the absolute howlers that they had over the last 7 games before they win against Aston Villa. And there are many things that we should highlight in this game. Number one, the midfield trio with Mac Allister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, which absolutely replicated what they did last season. The compactness, be very, very close to each other, the tackles and the passes and the crisp of how these three moved together on the pitch. There was always someone, and that is the first thing that I wanted to mention in this video. There was always someone standing in front of the defense in case Real Madrid wanted to hit Liverpool on the counter. And that person was alternating between the three of them. It wasn't only one of them. It was sometimes Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, or Mac Allister. Not only that, the press against the rest Real Madrid team was absolutely immense. And I liked what I saw from Arne Slot today. He went back to basics. When Liverpool lost the ball, when they pressed and Real Madrid were able to bypass the press, sometimes everyone was sprinting back to actually get into the positions, the right positions.
Feelings, I don't care if you guys are going to be upset with this video. This performance right here is one of the worst performances I've seen this season. And this is coming against a team who hasn't been great themselves this season. This is coming against a team who hadn't won a single Premier League game in the month of October. And we made them look good. We made them look absolutely dominant. The scoreline says 1-0. It should be 3 or 4 or 5-0. From a player perspective, from a manager perspective, from a tactic perspective, this is disgusting. This is awful. And there is so much to talk about from every perspective of the game. And of course, from the Liverpool perspective, who Liverpool were great. And some players delivered massively for this Liverpool team. But for Real Madrid, no. There is so much to talk about, man. There is... The worst thing about it, for the past 2-3 days, I haven't uploaded a single video. You guys asked me where I was. Where have you been, Unc? Where have you been? Bro, I had some personal stuff to deal with. And I was away. And it was good. I didn't do any videos. I didn't do any watch-alongs. I didn't do any content. I was watching from far. I struggled to watch from far. I struggled. Because I didn't feel like I was home.
What a performance. I'm not going to lie. You guys looked back to your very best. I haven't seen a team dominate Real Madrid to that level ever since Xabi Alonso got back involved as the manager. And I think that's a performance which does send a message to the rest of the Premier League, to the rest of Europe, that Liverpool are ready to get out of this rut that they've been in. That is now 2 clean sheets on the bounce. That is now goal-scoring performances. It's exactly what Arne Slot wanted to see. In today's video, we'll be delving into the game, looking at the positives and the negatives. There wasn't many. But if you are new here and you're a Liverpool fan, do hit the like, hit the subscribe. It is always greatly appreciated. But I think where we need to start is the defence, because that's been what's under a lot of scrutiny by the media, by own Liverpool players, by everyone really, saying, have Liverpool got a good enough defence to go and challenge and win against the very, very best? And I think in today's game, we saw Liverpool able to show different types of a defence. We saw them sit in a low block and look really structured. Real Madrid couldn't penetrate Liverpool through the middle. They couldn't penetrate them out wide as well. When Vinicius would get the ball, Liverpool's fullbacks would be straight onto him. Same on the other side as well. When Camavinga was out wide, Robertson would be straight onto him. I think the performances of Liverpool's fullbacks today is ultimately one of the mainish reasons why Liverpool won today. Because every single time Vinicius, Camavinga, Ardagula, Bellingham, when he roamed to the wing, got the ball, the Liverpool fullbacks were absolutely incredible. They showed no mercy, winning their duels, getting forward as well. They were able to win the ball, then spring an attack forward. I think it was a classic performance from fullbacks where you go and say, you're not going to beat us, and we're going to be able to win this ball back and be very, very accurate with the next action we make. Every ball was going to Salah or in the middle of the pitch or being switched. I think Bradley and Robertson were so good. And we can talk about this because there's been a lot of talk about Liverpool's fullbacks. Is it Kirkhead? Is it Frimpong? Is it Bradley? But I think games like this show the experience and the know-how of players like Andy Robertson, who just settle things down, make Liverpool look structurally phenomenal. Yes, he may have limitations nowadays going forward, but there is a steadiness that you feel when Robertson is playing left back.
One right back was the talk of the town, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He was all everyone was talking about going into the game. But after the game, everyone's talking about another right back, Mr. Connor Bradley, with one of the best performances I have seen in recent years at fullback. He absolutely embarrassed Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr., their player, that sulked because he didn't win a Ballon d'Or, got absolutely pocketed, locked down by Connor Bradley. He did not look like a player worthy of winning a Ballon d'Or to me today. And Real Madrid might be thinking, did we sign the wrong right back? Hello and welcome to Aquila Football, and today's video we're going to do review and analysis on Liverpool's 1-0 win over Real Madrid. And to be honest, I think Liverpool could have won that game 2-3-0. They absolutely destroyed Real Madrid, who've been in fine form this season. So we're going to talk about the game, the tactical approach, the lineup. We're going to talk about Bradley, the stats, Szoboszlai, Florian Wirtz, who covered the most distance according to UEFA. We'll talk about him because I thought Florian Wirtz was good. The midfield trio being back and more. There's a lot to talk about, but Liverpool needed this. Really bad loss to Crystal Palace. Really bad form. Slot rotated this whole 11 versus Crystal Palace, and I said that's risky because if you don't go and beat Aston Villa, Madrid and City, people are going to look back at you rotating your whole lineup versus Crystal Palace. But if you go and beat Man City now, maybe Slot being knocked out of the cup competition on purpose, it looks a bit better. Who knows? But let's get into my review. If it wasn't for Courtois, and I'm saying this as a Man United fan, Liverpool could have won this game like 4-0. Liverpool dominated Real Madrid. Liverpool made Real Madrid look average. Real Madrid are top of the league. Real Madrid are battering everyone in La Liga, which also just shows the quality of the Premier League. Because, all the Premier League teams are pretty much smashing it in Europe.
Did we all write Liverpool Football Club off too early? I didn't think they'd beat Aston Villa. I certainly did not think they would beat Real Madrid. But tonight they were fantastic. Dominik Szoboszlai, Mac Allister. Mac Allister and Dominik Szoboszlai. 3 days ago, after I did my Aston Villa match reaction, even before that, I actually said, put Szoboszlai back in the 10 and play that double pivot of Gravenberch and Mac Allister behind him. I actually think that Szoboszlai has been Liverpool's best player this season. He really has stepped up. Assist today, assist against Brentford, goal and assist against Frankfurt, goal and assist in a draw against Portugal, assist against Chelsea, or it's heavily involved in that goal against Chelsea, assist against Atletico Madrid, goal against Arsenal, assist against Palace, stepped up in some of the biggest moments for Liverpool this season. Is it fair to say I wrote them off too early? Was I wrong? Because at the moment, I don't want to say they're back because it's a long way to the season to go. And I look at Arsenal are so strong. But they have got a lot of winnable games coming their way. Leeds, Sunderland, Forest, West Ham. There's a lot of big games in there. Brighton, Wolves, Leeds again, Fulham. If Liverpool beat City on Sunday, That's a statement in the title race. Because this team has still got belief. He's still got the character. You're going out there against the biggest team in the world, and they absolutely battered them. Maybe not on possession, but 2.5 XG to 0.45, reducing Real Madrid to just 2 shots on target, with players like Mbappe, Vinny, Jude Bellingham. 17 shots, 9 on target, 4 big chances created, and it was Mac Allister who got the goal.